Today I'm going to be talking about eye yoga for better brain health. Brain health is something that is in the media a lot at the moment. There are lots of people talking about CTE, so traumatic brain concussions, lots of people talking about early onset dementia and Parkinson's, and I think brain health is something that we really all want to be concerned with. Where does eye yoga fit into this? It's really important to understand that the eyes are really an extension of the brain. When they're forming, when we're little tiny babies in the womb, the eye buds form out of the brain. So those two places are really intricately connected. And one of the ways that we can actually affect our brain health, so build grey matter in the brain, so improve great brain function and also build a bigger brain again, like we would have been doing when we were younger and learning things all the time and growing, is to stimulate the brain and the neural pathways using eye exercises. In my work as a yoga therapist working with children with additional needs, I use this as a core fundamental part of my therapy, and it has amazing effects. We use eye yoga so effectively because it's such a simple intervention. Once you know it, it's free. You only have to do a few minutes a day, and there are lots of side benefits too. You're going to improve your eyesight, whether you're long-sighted or short-sighted. You're going to improve eye strain. So if you're in front of the computer a lot of times, this is going to really help with that and improve things like lubrication to the eyes, so chronic dry eye. You're also going to minimize wrinkles around the eyes, which is a nice added benefit. But the main thing that you're going to be doing is stimulating what's called the corpus callosum, which is the superhighway of the brain. If you visualize the brain in your head, it looks like a little walnut, and there's this divot that runs down the center of it. In there is the corpus callosum, and this is the sort of master controller, I suppose, the conductor of the brain. It tells the brain where to send the messages from the left side to the right side and then down into the body to appropriate areas. So whether you're catching a ball, whether you're writing, whether you're looking at a blackboard, whatever you're doing, the corpus callosum is working to regulate and improve and strengthen neural pathways. When we work with eye exercises, we're specifically targeting that area, and we're strengthening the connection between the eyes and the brains and the brain, and also the eyes and what we're looking at outside. So our ability to take in information, process it, and respond appropriately. When we're doing eye yoga exercises, what we're going to be doing is improving our memory, concentration, focus, and also our emotional regulation. So how we respond to things emotionally, how we respond to stress, how we respond to anger, how we respond to stimulus. We're also going to be dealing with how our focus happens within the eyes themselves, so the actual structural function of the eyes. And it's going to improve all areas of brain health. And really, when you think about it, your brain is the thing that controls every single system in your body. Digestive health, immune system health, your nervous system, your hormonal system, all of that is controlled by the brain. So the best possible investment that you can do for your health today is to look after your brain. So I'm going to take you through 3 simple eye yoga exercises to create a very simple eye yoga protocol that you guys can start today. I would do them at least 1 time a day for a month and then see how you feel. It's really, really important to note that when you start eye exercises for the first time, they can be very tiring and you don't want to strain your eyes. So go slowly and make sure you take a rest between each one by placing your hands over your eyes and letting your eyes rest into darkness. Okay, so we're going to get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to look ahead of us, and from this fixed head position, so we're not moving the head, we're just going to look up just directly above us, and then we're going to come back to the central point. Then we're going to look to the right and come back to the central point. We're going to look to the left and come back to the central point, and look down and come back to the central point. So we've gone north, east, west, south. Once we've done that, we want to make sure, so try to film yourself maybe and make sure that you're not moving your head around when you're doing it. A really common thing that happens when we first start is moving our head around and thinking that we're moving our eyes. So what you're going to do is you can place your hand here just underneath to make sure that when you're doing that, you're not moving your head around. So let's try it again. We're going to look up, we're going to come back to the center, we're going to look to the right, we're going to come back to the center, we're going to look down, we're going to come back to the center, and we're going to look to the left, and we're going to come back to the center. So what I want you to do is practice that northeast, southwest compass point 1 at least 10 times, and then you're going to rub your hands together, make them nice and warm, Place your hands over your eyes and rest them into the cupped eyes. Take a deep breath in and out, and then let go. So that's stage one. The next stage that you're going to do is try to join up those dots. So instead of it being like the compass points, it's now like a clock, and you're going to go from 1 down to 15. So 12, let's say 12 to 15, 15 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 back up to the 12 again. So what we really want is smooth tracking between those areas. From the 12 to the 15, it wants to be a nice smooth line. Smooth down to the bottom, smooth up and up again. So definitely video yourself and watch, because it'll feel like you're doing it smoothly, but usually most of us have an area where we skip or jump. And it's that area where the neural pathways from the eye to the brain aren't as strong, and we need to work into that area to get it really nice and smooth. So let's try together. We're going to start looking up at the top, and we'll slowly, oh, I can feel a little skip there for me, slowly come down to the quarter. Slowly come down to the half. That one was better for me. Slowly come up to 45, slowly come up to 12. So let's try that one more time. We're going to go slowly over, slowly down, slowly up to 45, up to the top, and then rest your eyes for a moment, blink them open. So that was 2 times through. What I'd like you to be doing, 3 times through in a clockwise direction, rest for a moment, and then 3 times through in an anti-clockwise direction. Just check out where your skips are. So for me, I could feel that they were here and here. So I know that I need to work on that area. So for me, what I would be doing is those 3 times, the 3 times, and then I would focus in on those areas a couple of times to try and work those areas extra hard. At the end, I'm going to rub my hands, make them really nice and warm, place them over, rest, and blink them slowly back open again. And the very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with our finger at our nose. We're going to look down at that finger, which will make you go cross-eyed, and then you're going to very slowly move your finger away until your arm is at arm's length. And then you're very slowly going to focus only on the tip of your finger, coming all the way back in. Don't lose the focus on the finger. Let's do that one more time. So we're moving our finger very slowly. The focus is a soft focus just on the tip of the finger. Keep it going all the way out till your arm is at full extension, and then slowly focusing on that finger, coming all the way back in, and release. Blink your eyes a second. Okay, so that one's especially important if you're looking at screens a lot of the time, because it's going to help you with your nearsightedness and farsightedness. And the problem is when we're looking at screens, we're always looking at one distance, and our eyes aren't being asked to stretch very much. That one particularly, you're going to do 10 times. Then you're going to rub your hands, take your hands over, do that palming exercise again, let them rest into the warmth and the heat and the darkness, blink them open and come back in. So just to recap, we've got north, south, east, west, we've got our clock, both directions, and then we've got our near focus and our far focus. You're going to try them every day, at least 1 time a day for a month, and then see where you're at. There are so many more eye yoga exercises that you can do. So what I would say is if you're feeling that you're seeing benefits in your eyesight or in your cognition, in your memory, in your focus, even in your emotional regulation, your balance, your sleep, come and find me, book in for a one-to-one session and learn more eye yoga exercises with me.